For the foot, we're going to be looking at 4 different layers of muscle tissue. We'll begin with the most superficial ones. This initial layer is where we will focus first, with the bulk of our work being done on the flexor digitorum brevis. On the inside of the foot near the arch and heel is the abductor hallucis, and on the outside near the heel, the abductor digiti minimi. The second layer is made up of the quadratus plantae and the lumbricals. The lumbricals are intertwined with the tendons of the flexor digitorum longus. The third layer of muscle tissue is important when concerning pain at the ball of the foot. Here, the focus is on the flexor hallucis brevis, flexor digiti minimi brevis, adductor hallucis, the oblique head, and the transverse head. We're going to begin our work with a lacrosse ball right next to the wall. Place your foot beside the wall and start with the lacrosse ball near the front of the foot or the ball of the foot. Slowly press your foot over the ball, moving the ball towards the heel. Once you reach the heel, continue your pressure directly into the tissue connecting to the heel. As you stand still with pressure, pull the toes up, then flex them down into the floor. Continue this process for 2 to 3 rounds. Then proceed to work on the ball of the foot, stopping incrementally to flex the toes and relax. This process should take anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes to work your way all the way back to the heel, stretching the fascia on the bottom of the foot. Be sure to use firm pressure as you flex the toes and pull them up. Be sure to breathe and relax as you work the ball towards the heel. Next, we're going to use a bouncy ball near the ball of the foot, in the arch, and near the heel. The point of this is to push with even pressure into the floor, allowing your foot to collapse or fold over the ball for 20 to 30 seconds. Then, lift your foot, move the ball to a new area, and begin to stand again with even pressure on both feet. Even pressure means do not lean away from the pressure, but keep the pressure on both feet for 20 to 30 seconds. Repeat this process 6 to 7 times all over your left and then right foot. You can work from the ball of the foot all the way towards the heel. Remember to relax and stand evenly on the ball. The final layer of muscle tissue is between the metatarsals, called the plantar interossei. These are small muscles, but powerful for squeezing the foot tight. Work each finger between each toe until you have reached the webbing. It may take you some time to get to this point because it is an extreme stretch. Regardless of how deep you get your fingers into your toes, create a squeeze on the ball of the foot, creating separation of the metatarsals. Begin to move the foot back and forth, creating a big stretch. You will continue this anywhere from 30 to 40 seconds. Using the fingertips, we will begin working the top of the foot. Bend the toes up and press your fingers between the toes up the foot toward the ankle. This will create greater relaxation of the muscles that hold the toes together. Repeat this process 6 to 7 times, then return to the pivoting motion back and forth on the ball of the foot.
All right, good morning. We will be doing a total body workout today, so upper and lower combined. So it's 6 exercises that would comprise one round. We're doing 4 total rounds. In between each round, we're going to have a 1-minute break and try to keep you moving. Before we start, up overhead is our list of iDedicates. That's just who we're taking this time to dedicate today. So we'll go through those, being Lori's mom doing dialysis 3 times a week, Ethan with stage 4 liver and bile duct cancer, my friend's wife with breast cancer, Kira as she continues to gain strength after a lymphatic surgery and radiation, and then Jim and the family there with his decline through pancreatic cancer, Diane with the loss of her husband, and then Mark through the blasting of kidney stones. So hopefully he's all back in the field and taking care of the farm. So that's what we're praying for, or at least dedicating today. Then we have our verse of the day. Whoever is slow to anger has great understanding, but he who has a hasty temper exalts folly. Proverbs 14:29. It's amazing how much... What's that? So that is our verse of the day, and it's amazing to me how often actually Scripture does talk about our anger and how it's never a good thing, really, through anything that we could choose to do. When that's the first mode of defense, it's usually a bad mode of defense. So let's go ahead and jump into our workout. So these are some of the tools you would need based on who you're following in today's workout.
Get ready.
Okay, here we go. Good circles. Remember, we're always using this warm-up time as an opportunity to learn about where our shoulders are at in space, how we're squeezing our core, if our butt's working or not, right? Pinch those cheeks together a couple of times. Try to get things connected. That's the whole point of warming up, right? So for me, I view warm-ups more as how we can connect the brain to the muscle tissue versus we're getting, our body all hot and ready to go, right? As we continue on through the workout and progress through the exercises, that will continue to happen. However, it takes intentional processing to connect the brain to how we move, and you can make it through an entire workout without ever truly connecting your brain to that muscle tissue. So make sure you use this opportunity as a time to think, okay, I can pinch those butt cheeks together, I can compress my core, and then I can work those shoulder blades and feel the different positions I can get in with that. Okay? Good morning, Carol. Glad you're joining us. I'm going to jump into yesterday's core. That'll be just fine. As long as we get what you need, that's the whole point of doing it this way. Okay, good marches. Again, thinking through those butt cheeks, squeezing tight together. Leg swings. Again, we're just working inside that hip joint, trying to get that joint lubricated, loosened up. And we don't have to create a big torque on the spine, letting the hips swing underneath, but just that joint, and let it go in and out, making sure that we get a nice movement out of it, okay? Switch legs. Then we'll be going into the hip flexor stretch. Awesome. With the hip flexor stretch, you're thinking straight knee behind you, right? Doesn't have to be very far back, but then we're going to tuck the butt, right? So we tuck that underneath, squeeze your butt cheek really tight. 1, 2, 3. Go up, and then stretch. Got a family. See how that goes. 5 kids.
What are you going to do that?
Is that Hidden Acres? It's a veterans family kid. So I am a little worried about what the breakout times are going to be. Like, I'm not much of the common veteran experience. I pretty much got to travel the world for free.
3,
And all my
2,
education
1.
paid for.
Get ready for row
Let's
squats.
just say I sacrificed very little.
Like, you know, Sarah, if you get off this trip, you jumped off the airplane.
I never did that either. My
3,
experience was more like
2,
having a job
1.
that treated me really
Row
well,
squats.
and I just got to travel.
Did you get the word?
Air traffic control. Yeah. Or just can clear the land, clear the simple work.
Well, when you're up that draft,
That's halfway.
the Army paid $55 a pop. And if you jump out of airplanes, it's nothing.
Might as well jump out of airplanes then. I get paid more for having fun.
Oh, you sound like Daryl. That is crazy.
Oh man.
3, 2, 1. Transition to chest press lunge.
What crazy people would think so.
Well, and this is the
Tall and tight. Okay.
silly joke in the library.
3, 2, 1.
Can't remember
Chest press lunge.
Good.
Okay.
Tall and tight. Anytime we're doing a chest press, you're maintaining that compression to the center, like you're driving your elbows to pop a beach ball. Okay, so we want the pecs to do the work.
That's halfway.
Tight squeeze all the way through.
Three, 2, 1. Transition to hammer curl good mornings.
All right, hammer curl good mornings. Grab your hand weights or your bands, right? Make sure you stand up tall. Good mornings. You're pushing
3,
your hips
2,
backwards to the wall
1.
behind you.
Hammer curl good mornings.
Then squeeze up tall, right? Hips backwards. Then pinch your butt cheeks together. Come up nice and tall. There is a breakout time this weekend though, where you get to do some back climbing. Hopefully that's a difficult wall.
That's halfway.
My guess is I'll be the only one who takes their own climbing shoes, so we'll see.
3, 2, 1. Transition to step up overhead press.
Good step up overhead press. Well, see, I was in 5th grade the first time I learned to rappel down the 6
3, 2, 1. Step up overhead press.
Down at Fort Dodge, you get, so they put the rope on you, You got this harness on your waist, get all set, and you say, okay, now lean back. So you gotta lean back with your rope and just leave your feet like straight until you go, whoop, just like this on the wall.
That's halfway.
You're just hanging over the edge. That was awesome. Good.
3,
So I've
Two,
never been really scared
one.
of like ropes and heights.
Transition
and
to tricep
it's like,
press
if you're
down,
flipped in,
step
you're
back
flipped in. What
lunge.
are you gonna do? And if it fails, just have fun till it ends.
3, 2,
You
1.
heard about the guy who
Tricep press
jumped out
down,
of the
step back
10-story
lunge.
building, right? Person on each floor just heard him saying, "So far, so good. So far, so good. So far, so good."
Not so good.
Good, good, good. Tall and
That's
tight, tall
halfway.
and tight. Firm squeeze through those arms, shoulders down, back. Pressing that core. Tight, tight, tight.
3, 2, 1. Transition to hamstring curl pull aparts.
Sitting in your chair, bend those knees, pull those heels really hard into the chair.
3, 2,
Sit nice
1.
and tall if you're in a
Hamstring
chair.
curl pull aparts.
If you're on the floor, you're still compressing that core, squeezing those butt cheeks, but still trying to pull those shoulders down and back. Good postural alignment here. Good posture. Core compress, shoulders
That's
down and
halfway.
back. Re-squeezing the whole time. Doing your best all the way through.
Three, 2, 1. Long rest.
Awesome. All right, long rest. So do your best. Grab a drink, get some breaths, and then now for round 2 through 4, we want to be increasing the intensity. Okay, so don't stay at the same as what you just did. Right? We should be continually trying to make it a little more difficult. Okay.
Three, 2, 1. Get ready for row squats.
Okay, ready for row squats. If you're leaning against the wall, do not just passively be falling to the floor. I want you to actively push down into
Three,
the floor, squeezing your
2,
butt cheeks together.
1.
Shoulder
row
blades
squats.
down and back. Core compressed really tight. Right? And force those shoulders to stay behind your ears. Tall and tight, tall and tight.
That's halfway.
Good, firm compression. Shoulders down and back. Pulling tight, 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 tight.
3, 2, 1. Transition to chest press lunge.
All right, for your chest press lunge, make sure, again, you're squeezing your elbows to the center of your chest. You're thinking pop a beach ball.
3,
Core
2,
compress.
1. Chest press lunge.
Very good. Tight squeeze, tight squeeze.
That's halfway.
Good compression all the way through.
Three, 2, 1. Transition to hammer curl good mornings.
All right, hammer curl good mornings. Remember, push your butt backwards. Stand up nice and tall.
3.
Squeeze,
2,
squeeze your
1.
butt.
Hammer curl good mornings.
Firm compression. Hold tight. Again, anytime we do a good morning, you don't want your head jutting out towards the ground, right? Pull that chin, tuck it.
That's halfway.
You've got foam rollers right in front of you. Squeeze up tall. Squeeze those butt cheeks nice and tight. Good, firm compression.
3, 2, 1. Transition to step up overhead press. 3, 2, 1. Step up overhead press.
Very good. Step up overhead presses. Remember, we don't want the hip to hike. Right? Don't want to elevate the hip as you lift your leg. You want to keep your pelvis level with the floor. Best way to check that
That's
is
halfway.
fingers on your hips if you need to. Otherwise, just keep marching through it.
Three, 2, 1. Transition to tricep press down step back lunge.
Tricep press down, step back lunge.
3, 2, 1. Tricep press down step back lunge.
Your best all the way through. Your best the whole way through. Core compress, stay tall. Anytime we're doing lunges, you're thinking ride the elevator, not the escalator. Right?
That's
You shouldn't
halfway.
be traveling all the way back or leaning forward. Stay tall. Lower yourself down, push back up, straighten both legs. Nice and tight.
Three, 2, 1. Transition to hamstring curl pull aparts.
Here we go. Hamstring curl pull aparts. Nice and tall through those shoulders. Core compressed. Bend those knees
3,
and crush
2,
that foam roller.
1. Hamstring curl pull aparts. That's halfway.
Good, tight core compression. Squeeze firm.
Three, 2, 1. Long rest.
All right, long rest. Take a break, grab a drink. Think about how we're going to do rounds 3 and 4. Come back ready to work.
Three, 2, 1. Get ready for row squats. Three, 2, 1. Row squats.
Tight squeeze through those shoulder blades, down and back, core
That's halfway.
compressed. Squeeze, firm, firm, firm. Your absolute best, all the way through.
Three, two, one. Transition to chest press lunge. Three, two, one. Chest press lunge.
Here we go. Good chest press lunge. Stay nice and tall. Squeeze firm.
That's halfway.
Good, good, good.
Three, two, one. Transition to hammer curl. Good mornings.
Not yet. I'll be told what I'm doing when we get there.
Three,
That's how it
two,
usually works.
one. Hammer curl. Good mornings.
Good mornings. Butt behind you. Reach for the wall. Plant your butt cheeks up tall. Shoulders down and back. Yeah, usually we have some sort of like planned family thing. We just haven't gotten there yet. We're a little more busy on other things that
That's halfway.
just not so worried about the thing. I said, well, we could act Hawaiian if it's going to be 60s, 65.
Really?
I'll just wear shorts and a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, LA.
Yeah, put a light on.
Three,
Sunglasses.
two,
It'll be the nicest,
transition to step
nicest
up overhead
Halloween we've ever
press.
had. Guys, step up overhead presses.
Three, two, one.
Oh, yeah.
Step up overhead press.
Supposed to be 69 and full sun on Tuesday. Oh yeah, Monday is when it's 63.
Can handle that, huh?
I think they should move Halloween to Tuesday, so that way we can just do it during a really nice day. Nicest day of the week. All right, good. Core
That's
compression.
halfway.
Squeeze nice and tight. Doing your best all the way through. Press that core. Squeeze those shoulders down and back. Your way all the way through. All the way through.
Three, two, one.
Awesome.
Transition to tricep press down step back lunge.
Old tricep press down. Step back. Okay, same thing here. Staying tall through your step back lunge.
Three,
You need to just
two,
do one leg at a time.
one. Tricep press down step back lunge.
Good tight core compression. Stay up tall, tall, tall. And do your
That's
best
halfway.
all the way through.
Three, two, one. Transition to hamstring curl pull aparts. Three, two, one. Hamstring curl pull aparts. That's halfway. Three, two, one. Long rest. Three, two, one. Get ready for row squats. Three, two, one. Row squats.
Very good job. Stay tall and tight, tall and tight. Shoulders,
That's
shoulders,
halfway.
shoulders. Always pinching them down and back as hard as you can.
Three, two, one. Transition to chest press lunge.
Think beach ball in front of the chest.
Three,
Squeeze nice
two,
and tight.
one. Chest press lunge.
Anytime you lunge, stay nice and tall. Squeeze firm.
That's halfway. Three, two, one. Transition to hammer curl. Good mornings. Three, two, one. Hammer curl. Good mornings. That's halfway.
Butt to the wall behind you. Squeeze up tall.
Can't
Recheck
pull
those
her.
shoulders.
Saw your problem.
Yeah. Good, good,
Three.
good.
Mom's
Two,
like,
one. Transition to step up overhead press.
oh, this guy.
Three, two, one. Step up overhead press.
Back in Tupelo in 1935, baby boys rocked the world, the rhythm came alive. Here comes the king, stand aside. Here comes the king, here comes
That's halfway.
his guitar in hand, up front in the band. Here comes the king. 19 years on in Memphis, Tennessee.
3, 2, 1. Transition to tricep press down step back lunge.
Shaking his hips and playing his legs, here comes the king.
3, 2, 1. Tricep press down step back lunge. That's halfway.
Still today, 60 years down the road, something about this record never get old. Here comes the king. Stand aside. Here comes the king. Here comes the king. Stand aside. Stand aside. With guitar
3, 2, 1. Transition to hamstring curl pull aparts.
Last one of the day. Stay tall, shoulders down and back,
3,
core compressed.
2, 1. Hamstring curl pull aparts. That's halfway. Three, 2, 1. Way to be rock stars.
All right, very good work, everyone. So glad you could be here. Remember, we are here to help you move well and live well, so please do that through your weekend, and then we will jump back at it on Monday morning with our core workout again. So be sure to stay for the self-myofascial release, get some of that work done, making sure we take care of those feet, and have a lovely weekend. We'll talk to you later.
For the foot, we're going to be looking at 4 different layers of muscle tissue. We'll begin with the most superficial ones. This initial layer is where we will focus first, with the bulk of our work being done on the flexor digitorum brevis. On the inside of the foot near the arch and heel is the abductor hallucis, and on the outside near the heel, the abductor digiti minimi. The second layer is made up of the quadratus plantae and the lumbricals. The lumbricals are intertwined with the tendons of the flexor digitorum longus. The third layer of muscle tissue is important when concerning pain at the ball of the foot. Here, the focus is on the flexor hallucis brevis, flexor digiti minimi brevis, adductor hallucis, the oblique head, and the transverse head. We're going to begin our work with